Hello everyone, it's Jason from Ride Scoozy. In this video we're going to compare our three different VeeGos. We have the VeeGo 750 on the left, the VeeGo Fat-Tire in the middle, the white one, and then the VeeGo Semi-Fat on the end, the yellow bike there. So, all the VeeGos follow the same design shape with our easy on frame. Makes it easy to get on and off the bike, whether you're young, you're old, you got a bunch of cargo on the back rack. Makes it easy to get on and off. All the bikes also have our integrated heavy-duty rear rack. They all come with fenders, lights. We use the nicer Osram LED lights. And then from there, the major difference is whether or not it has the folding frame or not. So our VeeGo 750 on my left here has a solid frame. So you can see by looking at the actual frame curvature here, there's no folding mechanism. And this is our new VeeGo 750, so it's fully welded all the way into the controller box, so it's really strong and weather resistant. Our VeeGo Fat-Tire and Semi-Fat, as you can see, have the black latches on the frame that allow the frame to fold. Now all three do have the folding handlebars, so even if we come over to our VeeGo 750 here, you can see the folding latch on the handlebar that allows the handlebar to come down. So that does help with storage, or you can fit it in the back of a SUV. You don't need to fold the frame. Other than that, we'll start with the VeeGo 750. So this does have the Bafang 750 watt 52 volt magnesium wheels, which are really nice. They don't go out of true, they hold straight, they're really smooth and quiet, unlike, not that the spokes are bad, but definitely a little bit of an upgrade. The downside being they are a couple pounds heavier than the spoked rims. We do have a real 52 volt battery there, you can see, with a 3 amp or fast charger option. It does have the wide gearing Freewheel on the back, which makes it easy to pedal if you're going slower up a hill. With the solid frame, we do have the Tektro 180mm hydraulic E350 brakes, because the hydraulic line can run through the solid frame. The hydraulic lines don't like to bend in the folding frames, which makes it a little difficult. We do have the Cloud 9 seat here, as we do on the others. The other upgrade with the 750, it does have the air suspension instead of the spring, which is definitely a little nicer. Combined with the magnesium wheels, really smooth. So it does have a Schrader valve here. So you do need a shock pump, not a tire pump, since it is a lower volume. So you do have a valve there with a shock pump. You can go between about 50 and 100 psi, depending how stiff you want it. One last little note about the fork. This guy here, this tells you how much of the fork range you're using. So if this is lower here, that means you're only using less than half the range. If it starts getting up here, then you know, oh man, I'm about to bottom out, better stiffen up the pressure there. From there, the 750 also does have the color LCD here. It has 9 levels of assistance with a 28 mile an hour top speed, which really allows you to dial in your assistance level. And then it does have the USB in the back of the pad here, so if you do mount your phone or another light, you can plug it in there. You can see the hydraulic brakes, twist shifter, or twist throttle, thumb shifter with the on-off switch. And then it's got the nice Lasco solid aluminum dual-sided crank, just some little details like that to make it nice. It does have the rear bushel tail light with rack design for the child seat, so you don't have to use an adapter there. And I think that's most of the features of the 750 here. So if we go to the Fat-Tire next, you can see it's pretty much the same size. The dimensions about the same 4-inch tires, 20 by 4, same frame shape, just has the latch. So I do come from the car world, so in my view these are kind of like, you know, a Mustang Cobra, a Mustang 8-cylinder, and a Mustang 6-cylinder. So a little less expensive, a little less powerful, a little different features as you go down the line. So we do still have the spring suspension instead of the air fork. Bushel headlight, this is the Bushel 80 instead of the 120. You can see on the side. Now, the new Fat-Tire and Semi-Fat do have the mounts for the front basket, as you can see on the front there. So you do have to kind of push the cables out of the way, and you can mount the front basket there. Our new Fat-Tire, let me turn it on here, does have the 9 levels of assistance, 25 mile-an-hour top speed, so that also lets you really dial in your speed a little better. It does have the, see there, your voltage, your battery level, speed, pedal assistance. Then it has a odometer, time, resettable trip distance, and then your current ride distance. So it does give you quite a bit of information there. The new one does have the fancier trigger shifters and the mount for your scooter style mirrors in the brake lever, so definitely a little bit of an upgrade if you're going to be riding in the city or commuting. This one has a USB here, and then a thumb throttle, and then the throttles and the shifters and other stuff, you know, you can always change those if you want a different throttle, a twist throttle, or anything like that. Going back here, has the 48 volt battery, the Bafang 500 watt 750 peak motor, you can see in there, and then it still has the nice wide gearing freewheel there. And then the rack for the child seat, and that's pretty much it. Going to our Semi-Fat. So if you can kind of see a difference in this video here, sometimes it's hard to tell online, but it is a little smaller bike. So the tires are smaller, they're a 20 by 3, the frame's about an inch lower to the ground. The seat tube is lower, so it does work for riders down to 410. You might have to stand on your tippy toes, you're not going to be able to sit completely flat-footed, but you can get on and off the bike. This does have our fancy rubber duck on it right now, which is also a light. Let's see if I can turn it on. That's pretty cool. And then, so this one for the LCD has the same S866, but this is the new version that does have the USB charging in the front. This one does have the bell and the brake lever. Twist throttle on the right, still has a Cloud9 seat. And then this is a new 48 volt SY motor, so it's a little more powerful than the last one. Does get up to 24 miles an hour and does have the wide range freewheel there. Then we have the Tektro brakes. We do have the spring suspension similar to the Fat-Tire, but it is just a little smaller size. It does have the mounts there for the front basket. Overall it's a little lighter, a little easier to handle. The weight, just moving it around's less. Easier to get in and out of a car, but not as powerful. If you are a heavier rider, you may notice a difference since it does have 400 watts instead of 500, but overall a really nice smooth ride. And then here, one last shot. You can see all of them, so we do have different colors. Definitely check the website for various colors and battery options, and yeah, hopefully that helps you make your decision. I think they're all great bikes, and it's just about finding the right one for you. One's not really better than the other. Just find one that has the features that work for you. Once again, I'm Jason from Ride Scoozy, and thanks for listening, and look forward to you placing an order. Thank you.